Dr. Sudarshan Ray, bringing to you the latest in the series of psychoeducative videos which are aimed at raising awareness about the various mental health problems and how we can cope with them very easily. So today we are talking about persons who are anxiety prone, who are prone to depression, and those whose coping mechanisms are very poor. For example, you see that in a certain situation, you may feel tensed, very tensed, you may feel panicky, and another person, he is calm, he or she is calm. So, I mean, we always, are puzzled that why a similar situation, people feel, a set of people, they feel tensed, and a set of people, they feel calm. Now, this has got to do with a lot of factors, including our personality, our family environment when we grew up, our school, our college, our workplace, everything. I mean, any sort of action we performed, and the reactions to those actions were a lesson for us. And if I consider one lesson as a pixel, so thousands and more of such action and reaction lessons add up to, let's say, if you consider each as a pixel, then they add up to many pixels add up to a megapixel, and many megapixels add up to the TV screen, which is a personality. Sum total of the reactions to the actions we perform and the lessons we learn from them. Now, this actually set up neural circuits, connection of neurons within our brain. And when we face similar situations in our life, later on in our life, we react the same way because the template has already been formed within our mind as to when such a situation arises, we react. Perhaps we hyper react. So the persons who have been conditioned thus, whose mind has been conditioned thus, and within their brain, the various neural circuits have been formed. The neurons and the junctions, etc. The neurotransmitters are released accordingly. So those who have been in situations in which they have been accustomed to feeling calm and approaching the problem with a cool head, they react in a similar fashion in their lives whenever they face a similar situation. And just the opposite for those who actually have been conditioned to feel panicky or tensed in a certain situation, and they also react the same way. Now, previously it was thought that such things cannot be changed, personality cannot be changed after a certain age, but now even at the age of 80, I mean, you can actually change your personality, you can change the way you react, you think to a particular situation. Okay. Now, how to do this? I mean, for example, if you practice, practice the coping skills, the coping mechanism. If you practice to be calm in a certain situation in which you used to feel panicky before, then the brain will actually relearn, it will unlearn the negative things, the negative reactions which it had learned earlier, that is feeling panicky, tense, or feeling depressed, and it will relearn new coping mechanisms. Now, you have heard about the breathing techniques in which you take a deep breath when you are in a panicky situation. You do not resist the panicky thoughts. It will create more stress. You allow them to come in, you feel, and then you allow them to slowly pass out. You desensitize your mind, just like a pin prick. For the first time, it's painful, but repeatedly done, it no longer feels painful. The pin prick over here are the distressing thoughts, the anxious thoughts. So, you feel and you let it go. Then you can also use the technique of a diversion. You divert your mind somewhere else. It's very easy to divert the mind where I am right now, in a bird park in Sikkim and in the lap of nature. You can just a very simple way of diversion. I mean, you can just drink a glass of water, and it will also break the chain of thoughts. And then you can practice the breathing exercises. You can breathe in 4 times through your nose, hold for 2 counts, and then breathe out through your nose only 8 counts. Okay, and similar, you can you can observe all the colors in the environment around you, note them down, then close your eyes and recollect the colors. You can also note down the smells which you have, which you are experiencing in a particular environment, and then close your eyes and actually recapitulate the smells you have smelled. Okay, similar things with the sounds. I mean, over here in the bird park, we are hearing the lovely chirping sounds of the birds, and of course some of the tourists who have come in also, even my voice. And then you close your eyes and recollect the sounds which you have heard. Okay, so in a panicky situation, you can do all these things, and in the future, what happens is that when you are doing these things, you are actually rewiring your brain. You know, the neural connections, the nerve cells within our brain, they form a certain circuit, and this circuit is actually, I mean, when you are feeling the stressful situation, then the circuit of this the relaxation exercise which I taught you just now, and those come into play, and ultimately the original circuit which used to make you feel panicky is re-established. It is rewired, and a new circuit is formed. And the more you reinforce your behavior by practice, these circuits are actually this turn into, they are more strengthened by your thoughts, and they become permanent circuits, which you have in which you have unlearned your old behavior, broken the old circuit, and relearned a new behavior and established a new circuit. And this will help you relax even in tense situation, not feel panicky, and approach the problem and solve it with a cool head. So next time the next video comes in, is bye from my end. If you like my channel, do subscribe, comment, and share, so that the awareness about all these mental ailments or mental health problems are increased, and people are able to cope with them without using medications. I'm telling you this, there are no conflicts of interest while performing this video, and this is only to raise awareness amongst the common people about mental health problems. And for any serious problems, please do dial the Tele-Manas helpline of the Government of India, or consult a trained health professional like a psychiatrist. Thank you.